passion full-time. Once you have a list of necessary skills, figure out how to acquire them, how to get them. Perhaps you need to take a class, maybe an internship or an apprenticeship is in order. Is in order means is appropriate. Clark suggests identifying ways to stretch your description to learn new skills. Stretch your job description to learn new skills. Your job description. Stretch your job description. Expand what you normally describe your job as, I guess is the way to say it. For example, if knowing how to build websites will be more important to your new adventure, see if your current job will subsidize a class in web design that will also help you in your current job. It should be a win-win for your company. It means everybody should win, you and the company, she says. Your goal, adds Galati, is to make the case. This side project is a form of learning that helps me do my day job. Ask for flexibility. It's not out of the question that your boss may even give you leeway, give you some flexibility, give you some extra time to work on your venture, on your business idea. Read the culture of your organization to get a feel for whether or not people would be supportive. If others have flexibility, leeway, if others have flexibility for personal reasons, say they coach their daughter's soccer team, they take guitar lessons, or they're writing a book, you may be able to have flexibility to pursue a vocational passion too. And if you have more leverage, more credibility, a better reputation, if you have more leverage, you have more power, more pressure, more leverage. Let me see here if we can do that. Leverage. Let's look up leverage, more influence, power, force, control. If you have more leverage, and you may have more leverage if you're a valued employee or your boss is concerned you'll leave. It's a judgment call, says Galati, as to whether you alert your boss and your peers to your intentions. Another option is to see whether you could take an unpaid leave of absence without losing your benefits. Being able to work on your potential for a big block of time, on your project for a big block of time is an opportunity to really accelerate the speed of your progress, the pace of your progress, and get it to the next big milestone, the big goal, next goal. Don't be sneaky. In most cases, there's no need to be overly secretive about your project at work. Clark says that being honest makes what you're doing less suspicious and more legitimate. When talking to others, frame your project in a way that shows value to your company because you are learning new skills that you can apply to your current job, she adds. After all, your current coworkers represent a ready-made work network of colleagues who can help you think through your idea and give you feedback, says Galati. They are also your biggest allies and the first port of call, the first place they can call, the first port of call for reference checks from potential investors. It's in your best interest to be transparent, to be clear, not secretive, he says, adding that externally committing your project increases accountability and ups the ante, increases the possibility for success, but also for failure. That said, many people at work will naturally be skeptical, he says. There's a default assumption, there's an automatic belief, a default assumption that this project is going to take up time and hamper and hurt your performance. You need to make sure it doesn't impact your day-to-day work. If you think that your boss or colleague may be less supportive, talk with your family and friends about the project instead. And be brave. There comes a time when you have to ask yourself, says Galati, by virtue of doing the project on the side and not spending all your time on it, are you robbing yourself of success? It's only a question that you can answer, of course. Following your passion might seem daunting, says Clark. But if you planned your transition well, you're not taking a heedless risk, unnecessary risk. Instead, he says, you're making an investment in your happiness and in your future. Principles to remember. Do build a financial cushion before you leave your full-time job. Do look for creative ways to make headway, progress on your project, either by making better use of your free time or taking a leave of absence from your job, or outsourcing some tasks to other people. Seek out training opportunities to help you develop the skills you need for your project. Don't let your primary professional obligations slip. Your day job takes precedence, most important. Don't be overly secretive about your project. Current colleagues could help you think through your idea and give you valuable feedback. And don't leave your job without a strategy. Plan your transition so that you're not making a heedless, unnecessary risk. Just to clarify heedless, let's go over on our thesaurus on word and check. Heedless, careless, unmindful, thoughtless. Okay, now let's go into a case study. Create financial flexibility for yourself and commit to an end date. Kate Blanchard had a great job at PerkinElmer, the Massachusetts-based multinational, where she was eager to build something of her own. I wasn't unhappy at PerkinElmer. I wasn't happy at PerkinElmer. Excuse me. I wasn't unhappy at PerkinElmer. I had resources, infrastructure, and a good team, and opportunity to really influence. But I felt inspired to create something new and be in control of my own path. Kate had a taste of entrepreneurial life. She was on the management team of Artist Labs, the North Carolina-based software company that was bought by PerkinElmer in 2011, and knew how exciting it was to work at a startup. And thanks to her foresight, Kate had financial flexibility to start a new business. The only reason I could think about doing something like this early in my career was because I was living beneath my means. I wasn't doing everything I could, she says. I knew I wanted to be free to make these big decisions. In 2013, she and Robin Smith, a former colleague from Artist Labs, began exploring ideas. And they carved out time on nights and weekends to do research and market analysis. And Kate soon came to the conclusion that she couldn't continue to work full-time and focus on her side project. I couldn't service my day job if I was always thinking about something else. Kate committed to an end date 6 months down the road, while she chose not to tell her colleagues about her future plans. And she spent that time shoring up, organizing her team at PerkinElmer, so that when she finally gave notice, it would be a seamless, smooth transition. And during those 6 months, Kate admits doing occasional gut check, seeing how she really feels inside about her decision. I wrote out a list of pros and cons, and I thought about it, what I liked about PerkinElmer, and my next move. Kate left her jobs at PerkinElmer in February 2014. The next month, she and her business partner started Origin, a Boston-based biotechnology company. It currently has 9 employees and will have 12 by the end of this month. It's an exciting time, she says. I made the right decision. I have no regrets. So that's case study 1. I'm not going to do case study 2 because we're just going on too long here and I don't want to drag this out. If you want me to do case study 2, I can do that, but I'm not planning on it right now. Thank you very much and good luck.